You gotta go harder. Come on. Hey, yo, Brian, stop. Stop playing yourself.
Hello, Mr. Khaled. Did you have a tax question?
Yes, Miss Tax Lady. I'm in the personal training game now. The Khaled exercise program. You know, it shreds pounds. You feel me?
I feel you.
Can I deduct some of the training equipment?
Yes, if it's exclusively for work. You can enter the expenses here.
Ma'am, I'm working. Trust me, I'm working. Climb the mountaintop. Hey, yo, Jerome, come on, let's go.
Oh, we're on? Oh. Welcome back to Channel 74 News, the Chemistry Channel. I'm Ron Burgundy, head anchor. We have breaking news that 12 dead bodies were found in a home in Brooklyn, New York. The bodies were found in the basement of the home, the Brewster family. All the victims were found to be killed by arsenic poisoning. After finding a corpse in his window seat, Mortimer Brewster worked to protect the murderers, his aunts, Abby and Martha Brewster. Both women confessed to poisoning their victims' wine. Several hours later, police took into custody known murderer Jonathan Brewster. His assistant plastic surgeon, Dr. Herman Einstein, is still on the run. A local citizen managed to get a video of Dr. Einstein as he was escaping down a river. Both Abby and Martha were sentenced to asylum with their delusional nephew, Teddy Brewster. We are going to a certified chemist, Dr. Schiffer, for information on the deadly element arsenic.
So arsenic was used as the poison in this case, and arsenic is a gray, solid material that is odorless and tasteless. It sublimes at 612 degrees Celsius, which makes it a good metal element to poison with. It melts at 817 degrees Celsius and has a density of 5.727 grams per centimeter cubed. On the periodic table, you find arsenic in group 15, period 4, in the metalloid group. Its atomic number is 33, and its atomic mass is 74.92. It's got 5 valence electrons and has a electron configuration of 3d to the 10th 4s squared 4p cubed. The chemical properties of arsenic are that it has 33 protons and electrons and 42 neutrons. It forms 8 isotopes and is highly toxic. As you know, arsenic is very unstable, kind of like this top here. One touch and it's out of control. It's wild. So arsenic was discovered by the early Chinese, Greek, and Egyptians, and they used it for poisoning even back then. But in 1250, Albertus Magnus isolated it by heating up soap with a arsenic compound. Arsenic is usually found in an ultratrace in humans, red algae, and chickens and other animals. And it can also be found free, just arsenic in the environment, or in minerals such as mispickel. Arsenic is used today as a conductor of electricity and a semiconductor to make electricity into lasers. It's also used in some glass and wood preservative, and sometimes as in this case, poison.
Now we take it over to Dr. Abramczyk, as she explains the health hazards of arsenic poisoning.
Arsenic is essential to normal bodily functions, but in high doses can be lethal. A fatal dose of arsenic, dependent on the person's age, weight, and individual susceptibility, is 2 to 20 milligrams. Symptoms of arsenic poisoning may include vomiting, abdominal pain, dark urine, dehydration, cardiac problems, vertigo, delirium, shock, and more. Tests to confirm arsenic poisoning are urine and blood tests. Treatments include hemodialysis and blood transfusions.
Thank you. Now we are going to news reporter Avery Nelson, as he explained arsenic-involved situation within the recent years.
Welcome. I'm at Walmart. It's quite chilly out here. But I'm going to say some stories that happened recently with arsenic, relating to these recent accidents. Very unfortunate. So, in 2003, on August 12th, a 4-month-old baby was killed because of water poisoning at a private party. This was because of arsenic in the water, and the jug was disguised as something that might look like a water jug. Very unfortunately, the mother asked for water at the party, and instead she got a mouthful of arsenic. The police figured that this was a tragic accident, and they have no idea why the person who was hosting the private party had arsenic in his home. However, I don't know if this was resolved or not.
We're good.
In 2001, a participant in the presidential election at Zambia, Anderson Mazoka, was claiming that a lot of government officials were poisoning him. In the future, in 2006, he was found dead by his daughter, Mutina. This was quite an unfortunate event, and it seems like arsenic was involved with these poisonings because as he died from a kidney complication, there was arsenic found in his body.
The most common environmental source of arsenic is in water. Many countries have this problem, such as Chile, China, Taiwan, and many more. These countries, unfortunately, have high death rates due to contamination, and arsenic may be some of these contaminations.
Thanks, Avery. Historian Max Barton will give you information on the dangerous elements deadly past.
Hello. Arsenic-contaminated beer resulted in 6,000 poisonings and 71 deaths in northern England in 1900s. Sulfuric acid contaminated with arsenic was used to make sugar from sugarcane. In 1878, 2 women were found dead in their homes in New Haven, Connecticut. One was found savagely beaten, and the other was found floating dead in a local amusement park. In both autopsies, there was evidence of high doses of arsenic. Napoleon Bonaparte died in 1821 from a perforated stomach ulcer. His staff passed down locks of his hair throughout the generations. It wasn't until 1952 when a Swedish dentist confirmed that he was actually killed by arsenic poisoning. The dentist's name was Stan Verschuffed.
In order to prove his theory, Verschuffed turned to forensic scientist Professor Hamilton Smith. He proved that small quantities of arsenic were present in Napoleon's hair. It was possible to poison someone by slowly exposing him to small quantities of arsenic. Scheele's green was a coloring pigment used in fabrics and wallpapers from about 1770. If Napoleon's wallpaper had been green, it is possible that it contained arsenic, and could have been the source of the arsenic in his hair sample. Although the arsenic was not enough to have killed Napoleon, Once he was already ill with a stomach ulcer, the arsenic would have increased his condition and eventually killed him. In 1940, Germans developed an organic war gas containing arsenic. It was known by the codename Louisit. On contact with the skin, the gas produced huge blisters that were made worse by the release of hydrochloric acid, also produced by the chemical reaction. As recently as 1998, arsenic was implicated in a mass poisoning in Japan, in which 4 people died and 40 were hospitalized. Arsenic trioxide had been added to pots of curried beef, which were served at a village festival. Evidence against the accused and their motives is still murky even today.
Thanks, Max. Arsenic is a dangerous element, and its use is a threat to everyone. Its gray form and odorless and tasteless qualities make it a silent killer that could strike at any moment. It has been used throughout history to poison rulers like Napoleon and has struck as recently as 2006 when a man was found dead from arsenic poisoning. Watch out for the symptoms such as vomiting, vertigo, dark urine, delirium, and shock. If you think you have arsenic poisoning, call a doctor and seek help immediately. Beware of this silent killer, and always stay safe. And stay classy, Connecticut.
No, it'd be pretty fun to swim in here.